Oh, I think it's back. Am I back online? Can anybody see me? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So we should probably allow us to zoom in even more. Getting a late start on the stream today. Oh, hey, the Pecking Bird. Welcome back. You resubbed like 1 minute into my stream. Now for my viewer count to like utterly drop. All right, so yeah, you can do some really cool things with shaders. I think this is going to be interesting to see what we actually work out here. Pixie noise example is pretty neat. Yeah, I agree. I wonder where this noise example is located. It's in filters, so presumably they have some other filters in there. Color, matrix, displacement, FXA, void. Oh, yeah, they have actually very few. Okay, so I made it so that you can zoom in really far on these bots. There. So now we can see exactly the effect of a shader. Where is my shader program? Here it is. So we can put these things back in and get rid of these. Okay, cool. So now what we can test out is what if I up the noise to 9? I see. Oh, neat. This could be our cloak variable. If we just keep setting the noise higher and higher, whoops. If we just keep setting the noise higher and higher, we can eventually like blot out the whole bot. It would just be pure noise at that point. Although I guess we'd have to do something like base color dot a plus equal diff, which is going to cause a lot of oddities. Yeah, neato effects though. I wonder if we can do something else now. So if we do rand this minus 0.5, what is this variable for? Because what I wanted to see is, could we have this thing be modified over time? We can say float fract time equals fract time, and then do something like this minus fract time. I don't think that's going to... Wait, did that work? No, I don't think this is doing anything. We could say... this takes in a vec2. What xy? We could just modify that. We could say vec2 copy equals gl frag chord copy dot x plus equal fract time, and then pass that in. Does that probably doesn't do what I want it to do. Okay, well, I'm pretty much just messing around with effects right now. All right. Well, the whole reason I wanted noise was, I guess, not necessarily to let's find out what diff is. What if I just set this to diff? Yeah, so diff is just a flow from 0 to 1. Yeah, it has to be a flow from 0 to 1, right? Of course. So what I could do is something like, if this is greater than, let's try something. Let's just try a bunch of different stuff. Because really, like, does any of this matter? I'm just going to keep messing around until I find some cool effects. And then we're going to act like it was intentional and that I wanted that effect the whole time. So what I want to do here is, why is this line not good? No matching overloaded function. Oh, I gotta pass in .xy. What did the shader used to have in it? Yeah, .xy. Okay, good. So what I wanted to test here is if diff is greater than 0.5, then base color.r equals 1.0. That seems to have done nothing. All right. This is closer to what I wanted. Yeah, noise can only get so high. What about this? Aha! There we go. Interesting stuff. So if we want a bot to glow red, but not all over, we can kind of do this. So we can say times equal 2. Whoa. I think I'm going to have fun with some of this stuff. Base color.g plus equal 0.2. No, that's probably not a good idea. Should probably be testing this with just white bots. Yeah, because I don't think these look like they're on fire. Or, I don't know, smoke effects or something. I was basically trying to do something like this. I mean, we could just set the whole thing to red. I could just do this here. Oh, actually, maybe that's something I should try. Let's do that. Let's subtract this. Yeah, this will like greatly darken everything. Aha! I don't know if that's too dark though. Unknown evil. It's not what I said. Yeah, but it looks noisy. I mean, the whole point of noise is just to have some randomness there. I guess we don't really want randomness necessarily. We just want it to be darker red. And if that's the case, then we can do this without doing things that way. We could say base color. What if you say times 5.0, something like that? What does this do? It doesn't seem to break anything. Yeah, it doesn't seem to break anything. Base color.g times equal 0.8 and base color.b times equal 0.4. So we can eventually get this to try to be colored redder than it is. I guess by doing something like that, this would indicate that it's on fire. Now, if we have this just kind of flare like that, let's take a look. So what if we said times equal frac time times that? What? Okay. I don't understand this part. So frac time should be constantly going from 0 to 1. How do I know whether that's happening? I guess we just do it this way. Base color.r equals frac time. Yeah, it's stuck at 0. Does fract not work how I thought it did? X minus floor of x. So if it's 1.1, it'll be 1.1 minus the floor of it, which is 1, which will give you 0.1. That's strange. Not working on it. Oh yeah, 3D extended. I'm not sure about that either. I'm mostly just like messing around with stuff right now. This is my first time really diving into shaders. I spent a week trying to get to the point where we could even use shaders. Why does it have to replace the bot sprite with a render of a flame? Or why not have it replace the bot sprite with a render of a flame from Google Images? So I need to be able to combine these effects. So let's say you get hit by a regular laser and an inferno laser. I don't know exactly what it'll look like, but we can't just replace it, I think. Yeah, why isn't this increasing then? Did I cut this out? Did I? No, it's saying uniform time plus equal delta time. Let's copy what I have. Let's copy all this stuff over to here. This function is going to get out of control. I can already tell. Alright, so we'll just get rid of that. And we'll try this stuff. Render over an effect over the top and do the shader thing as well. I mean, eventually I'll get to that point. We're going to need this thing open still. So yeah, I still can't figure out why this is happening. I have time being passed. Okay, let's try this. Time divided by 10,000. Is time even increasing? Hey, grade A under A. Welcome back. And yeah, I am on a standing desk. How are things going for you? I think I went and watched more of your videos after you came into the channel last time. Okay, this time variable is definitely working. You can clearly see these are getting redder. So then fract time should also be increasing. I don't understand why it wouldn't. 1,000-degree glowing knife shade of orange. I don't understand this part. You know what I could try? I could try this. Base color.r equals fract time, and then change the green and blue components as well. I really should just be doing this in Firefox. It has better tools. So yeah, it's grade A under A. Do you? I saw that posture and knew it. Grade A, do you get this in everyone's channel when you just drop it in someone's Twitch channel? Could your double multiplication have an issue? I don't think it should, but I want to try this again. Notice any difference from it? I was looking at buying one literally today. Yeah, so I do. So they say that whether you're sitting or whether you're standing, the goal should be to have some kind of motion. So when I'm standing, I tend to shuffle around a lot more. When I'm sitting, I'm just static, just completely still, and that's really bad for you. So yeah, I suggest buying one, and I have a link to the one I got if you want to check this out. So I would recommend this based on my experience, but then someone else from my Twitch chat tried buying it and had a bunch of problems, and then it didn't even work. I think it's just hit or miss, and he got unlucky. Can't really say. Try fract time divided by 10,000. Oh, you think the fractional part? Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Good job, 3D Extended. It's actually a really good observation. So time is always adding 16 to it. So there will never be a fractional part. It'll always be 0. Yeah. Good job. And what problems is my game giving me? What problems am I seeing? I was just testing things out. So I guess there aren't really any problems right now. I was trying to get some of these sorts of effects. So a smoke effect or a fire effect, eventually sort of a vampiric effect. And I kind of like how this was drawn out, but I'm not very good at reproducing that here. And sure, DeMail, what's up? All right, check it out. We got that working. Cool, so let's zoom in on this. And now let's go test some things. So we're going to change this back to what it used to be, which is over here. And this. Okay, so that's definitely very red. And over the course of time, it's changing slightly. It's changing very slowly, actually. We should probably do this. That'll make it change faster. And this will make it change even faster. So we should probably find some good middle ground there. That's probably decent. This would be good if it was like about to die or something maybe. I'm just still messing around here. Alright, and we can change some of these values too. This will change the range over which it oscillates. So we probably want it to be like this. And we probably also want that to be a sine. Okay, that kind of works. But not really, there's still some flashing in there. I was thinking it would be more sinusoidal. But I am using the fractional component of sine. Maybe that's not a good idea. Mostly just trying to take what they did here. Alright, let's get rid of that for now. And then we could add in noise on top of all of that. But I don't think that's a good effect. This looks like the thing from Fantastic Four. Trying to parse HTTP responses in Ruby using regex. You can pull out header lines without having trouble pulling out the actual body and content. So Demail, I would need to look at your actual regex, but there is a great website for doing stuff like this. And it's regex 101. So let's say you had some text like, hello world, how are you doing? And you wanted to find everything after the comma. So you might do something like, well, I don't know, you would basically just test your regex here. I'm pretty bad at this stuff. So what, /w plus, and you want to capture this. Yeah. So yeah, you can test this, and then you can change your text to see exactly what it'll find. So you do something like this, and now it's matching both of these. So I suggest trying out this site, and that way you can see exactly what everything's doing and try changing things. If you want more help, I think you need to send your actual regex and then maybe some text and what you expect to have happen. So, hey, Sick. So I think part of this is going to be just me messing around for like ages and ages and trying to get exactly the effect I want. One of the things that I think might be nice here is these lines were drawn diagonally. I think going for an effect like that and just having it sort of pulse really rapidly purple, that might not be bad. Or we could try to use different blend modes. We can come up with these ourselves or just look up the formulas on Wikipedia. In fact, the first shader that I have, this used the formula right from Wikipedia here. So we can look up the different blend modes. What is regex? Regex is regular expressions. It's a way of kind of standardizing how to search through text for things. And sure, Kyre. Second the site's recommendation. Yeah, I think it's great. Okay. I was hoping for some more examples here. Yeah, this is not the best way to look for them, I guess. Multiply and screen. So I was using overlay, but there's no picture showing this. Overlay combines multiply and screen blend modes. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think this is just a lot of experimentation, as I mentioned. And I think I've got something here, but I don't think this looks like how it should look in the end. And I don't think the noise here helps us either. Oh well, we'll just have to test this out a lot more. So one thing I actually did want to test, I'm going to put a little bit of time into this because I thought this was a really cool effect here. This effect. So the bot starts out completely transparent, and then anything above or below a certain pixel, this scan bar. Let's just test this out. I think it'll be a cool thing to try out. So basically what we have to do is we have to say if, let's see, glfragcore.y is less than fract time, then basecolor.a times equal 0.5. I was hoping that would just work. Apparently that didn't. I wonder if the frag coordinates don't go to, let's say 5.0? 5? Oh, or oh, interesting. Fragment coordinates are actual pixels. All right, got it. So then can we figure out what the height of this thing is? Do larger noise areas if at all possible? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not totally sure how to do that. So in a fragment thing, we have GL, whoa, what? GL frag chord. I wonder what other things we get. Fragment shader, GL frag chord. Is there a way to get width and height? Oh, if not, we could pass that in. Okay, so here we are. Frag chord is a location in window space. Then there's point chord. So we could use that maybe, point chord. GL point chord. Oh, I was hoping that might do something. Yeah, no, it's either all on or it's all off. Yeah. Well, we could just pass in the height. I don't know if we get the height here at all. Sample mask in, sample position. Wait, sample position. I'm not using that, am I? Sample position. No. I don't even know what this thing is. This is the location of the current sample for the fragment within the pixels area with a range of 0 to 1. Oh, so we don't need... This wouldn't work anyway. Yeah, it doesn't work anyway. Yeah, I think I need a uniform. I'll just pass one in. GL frag chord. But I think this is the right algorithm. I just need to do frac time times the height. So let's try that out. We put this here. We get rid of these things for right now. We go pass in another uniform called height. Then in here, we say, does it exist anywhere else? No. Height equals sprite dot height. Okay, then in test shader, instead of doing this, we say times height. Cool, let's try that out. I still have a feeling that this is not going to work. You never know, though. Well, it didn't work in this case. I wonder if the height is getting printed, or it's getting taken in incorrectly. Yeah, something's wrong here. Either this doesn't exist. We could try something kind of clever, maybe base color.r equals height. Okay, so it's being set. And we could figure out the value by just dividing until we figure out exactly when this thing is no longer red at all. So what we'd expect height to be is, I don't even know what actually, probably 64 or something. Yeah. Oh, we scaled it. So it's frac time times 0.125 times height. But that's still not working either. Passing uniforms cost time, so don't set height every frame. Okay. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I don't need to do every frame. Definitely. Also, let me turn off flux so that I can tell what colors I'm drawing in. I don't know what sprite.height even is. We should probably analyze it here. which means that the very first thing we should do is cut out all of the sprites that are not that. So cut out this one and cut out this one. Cool. Okay. Now let's analyze the height in here because this loads faster. It is 58.25. And yet I think that the frag coordinate is on a different scale. Window height and width, don't use it for a scroll bar. How would I get where we're drawing? And no, I haven't heard of that, the pecking bird. Although I like Flux. So wait, 3D extended. The only other things... Oh, I guess I had to know where we're drawing at the current time. Like what pixel we're on. And the only other thing I get is point chord. Frag chords don't seem to go from 0 to 1. It says they're in window space. Yeah, I'm not totally sure how to do this. Vertex shader knows the position in object space. But how does it know that? Like, where is this passed in? I guess I have the UVs. Could I make use of that somehow? I don't think that's totally correct either. UVs. Oh, there we go. Oh, neat. Well, that worked totally how I wanted to do it. Nice. Okay. Well, that was kind of the effect I wanted to achieve. If we wanted it at a diagonal line, we'd have to do things differently here. We'd have to compare x and y to see if it's greater than this line. I mean, I could do something really basic here. This would be a diagonal line. It makes it look really stupid. Wait, is this even doing what I expect? It's so hard to tell because of... No, we should just have it turn everything black. Base color.r equals 0. Base color.g and v. Oh, that's kind of cool too. But yeah, definitely not what I wanted to do. Huh. Interesting. So I guess the way we really want to do this, we had to think about, we have, this is time, and actually let's not visualize it that way. Let's just picture the whole object at this time. So this is like time, God, I can't even write. Time equals, let's say like 0.25 here. And we want all of these pixels to be filled in. So I guess what we're doing is we're coming up with an X point and a Y point that this thing needs to be less than. No, wait, what am I talking about? No, that's what I'm doing wrong. Never mind. I understand. I understand what I was doing wrong. I was defining a point down here, and then I was doing a box. So I want the intersection of a line and a square. Let me think about this. Huh. Yeah, I'll probably think about this off stream. So if we do want things totally vertically though, we can at least do that here. It's a good starter shader. So everything's gonna render like that. Oh, it would probably render from the bottom, right? Why did that not work? Why didn't that work? Oh, it is working. I guess I just wanted to do 1 minus this. Yeah, there we go. You're thinking too hard. Yeah, well, I've also been streaming for 8 hours. I should probably call it quits pretty soon. Well, so this is nice. We can at least test this stuff out. And thanks to knowing about this Firefox test environment here, this makes some things really easy to do. And that way, if we ever wanted to see, oh, what happens if the shadow is totally red, we could just do that. And there we go. And this could be like a warping effect for all we care. In fact, there are a lot of really cool things we can do here. And I wonder what the performance of this would be. All right. Well, thank you all for watching today. I will find someone to host uv.x plus uv.y. You're saying... Oh, interesting. Ooh. No, don't stop. Well, I'm thinking of streaming tomorrow, although that would be a piano stream. Valent shaders. This is pretty cool though. Thanks 3D Extended. Yeah, I should have thought of that. So we can just put this here. Oh, of course we should get rid of this. So now it'll look like that on Chrome. We'll do one thing before I leave actually. Let's load this up on the iPad and just see how it looks. I'm not using something that I'm passing in, right? Height. Yeah, get rid of height. Okay. So let's try this out. Oh, oh, there it goes. Oh, it's just really slow right now. Well, whatever. We'll still try it on the iPad, and we'll see what this ends up looking like. Except for we can't do that, can we? Because the client gulp file has localhost in it again, doesn't it? 192.168.112. This may or may not load. Let's just burn the iPad before leaving. Alright, I should still figure out who it is I'm going to host today, too. I will end up hosting, I think, Caleb today. He's playing Final Fantasy. Okay, so this is working, and the frame rate's actually really good. Let me show you this. I mean, it's about what I'd expect here because we tested something like this before. But you can see the shaders working. The camera's out of focus. And also it only resets every like 10 seconds. But yeah, about 40 something frames per second. Got bots using effects. Pretty good. Now that's cool. Alright, well, like I said, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow for a piano stream. Don't expect any sort of quality out of it if I even do end up streaming. And if I do, it would probably be 17 hours from now as opposed to the usual 16 hours from now. So take care, everyone. Thanks for joining in today. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.